Hi guys, so I've had quite a few people lately write comments or send me DMs asking some questions about the accent challenge and accent work in general. So I thought I would make a video or a few videos, we'll see, answering those questions. What exactly is the accent challenge? A super fun, really affordable, very comprehensive, really practical accent training program for actors. It's totally online and you can do it in one of two formats. So in March, it's very interactive. You get daily emails with classes, materials, references, etc., and access to a private Facebook group. It's a lot more intensive, so you're doing the whole program in a month. There's a little bit more kind of interaction with me and with other participants, and it's more of like the challenge. This was the original way that I made the course. Now, it's also a membership site, so if you don't want it sort of intense and you're looking to sort of do it in your own time, the same material is available on my membership site, like I said. And you also have access to my blog, which includes a lot of other information, references on these and additional accents, and the tongue tips videos. Right now there's some classes on Cockney and Canadian accent, as well as a section on difficult sounds. And I'll be constantly updating that material as well with other, helpful things, different accents, etc., etc. So if you want to do the program in March, you still get access to the membership site at the end of the program. Or you can just go straight to the membership site, and that means that you do it in your own time and you don't have so much sort of interaction and accountability. Next question. I see that you offer individual feedback. Can you tell me about how this works? Yes. So basically, you send me a video or an audio of you doing your thing in the accent you're working on, and I'll reply with a video made specifically for you. So you get, visual feedback, not just like a recorded message or written. And I help you with what are the next steps you can take. If there are any sounds that sound a little bit off, I show you how you can continue to work on them, what the difference should be, and talk about, just anything that's stopping it from sounding totally natural, if there is anything. If it's perfect, I'll just be like, you got it, woo! Okay, the next question is, what are the accents covered in the accent challenge and why? We look at British RP and General American because those are the ones that I get asked for the most often. Those are the ones that directors and casting directors tend to ask for the most often. Don't get me started on whether or not that's right or wrong, whether or not we should all have to do a British RP and a General American accent, but right now that's the case. Week 3 is divided between New York and Australia. New York specifically because a lot of people who come from accents where you don't pronounce all of your R's, so if you say something like here instead of here, when you try to do a General American accent, a lot of times you end up in New York and have a hard time getting out. And that helps with that problem. And also it's super fun. And Australian, because it's really, really fun, it's quite challenging. And a lot of people find that just working on it sort of activates something in their brain where they go like, oh, because you have to really pay a lot of attention to Australian. And that sort of trains you to pay attention in everything else. And then the final week is sort of a guide to learn any accent that you want to without, necessarily needing to hire a coach, or at least so you can do the groundwork yourself so that if you hire an accent or a dialect coach, you're doing it just to sort of get from good to like flawless and not having to start from zero. Next question is, how much does the accent challenge cost? So the March course is $120 US, which is about 89 pounds, about 105, 106 euros, depending on the day and the exchange rate. That's the full course materials. So that's 21 full classes and all of the materials with it. Access to the Facebook group, all of the feedbacks, as well as membership to the Accent Challenge site at the end of the course. If you just want access to that site and you want to do it in your own time without the Facebook group and without, so much interaction and feedback and that kind of stuff, it's $100. English is not my first language. Can I still do the accent challenge? Yeah, you totally can. About 200 people who speak English as their non-native language have already done the course. You have to have a good enough level of English that you can speak without really thinking all the time about what words to say. Just because, or else your brain will have a really hard time just focusing on your accent. And, it maybe just won't be time for you to do the course yet. But if you speak pretty fluently, Absolutely do it. You'll notice huge improvements in all of the accents. Will you sound like a total native English speaker in an Australian and a New York and a general American and a British accent in 1 month? Probably not. Realistic expectations. A couple from Instagram. How long have you been teaching accents and what's your favorite one? I've been teaching accents for 19 years. It's so weird to say that. I feel so old. So yeah, it's been almost 2 decades, and the accent challenge is great because it's sort of a combining of all the material and resources and knowledge and skills that I've built up over that nearly 20 years of teaching. Favorite one? I don't really have a favorite one. I just love that sort of very posh, oh dear, that kind of character. I love a lot of the accents in the southern US. I love Cockney. I love Australia, New Zealand. I love a lot of foreign accents. I love accents. I have two more questions, and I'm losing my light. Oh my goodness, it's getting dark. What am I gonna do? Second last question. Is there an accent you can't do? Yeah, loads. I mean, I can't do every accent in the world. One that I find particularly hard, which is always to me like, is actually German, which is funny because a lot of people can do that one really naturally. It just doesn't sit well in my mouth. I think I have done it, but I have to put a lot of effort in to getting that sounding at all natural. That'll be my answer for now. German. So I just don't really do it anymore, to be honest. Last question. This one made me laugh. How do you say water in the USA? Because no one seems to understand me when I order it. This one made me laugh because that happens everywhere, not just in the USA. The word water changes so much from accent to accent. So to answer that question, water. So the ah, think of opening your mouth, make it really big, change the T to a really lazy D, der, and go straight to an R, water. But yeah, that word changes dramatically depending on where you are. That's all the questions that I'll answer for the moment. If you have any more, please just send me a message or leave me a comment or something like that. And maybe I'll do another one of these again. Maybe just on random stuff. I don't know. We'll see. Head over to my website. It's hollyreno.com/accent-challenge. And there you can sign up for both the membership site or for the month-long course in March. And yeah, I'll see you soon. Bye.